So if you see a snake, all you have to do is take a step back. It's not going to jump out and attack us. All it's going to want to do is get away. And if you give it an avenue of escape, it will take that avenue. But if you corner it, then it'll jump up and it'll, hiss at you, and it might lunge at you, but they won't chase you. I'm always getting told that the tiger snake chased me away, but I've never heard of a tiger snake actually catching anybody. They have a couple of lunges, but they can only go at about 8 k's. So any one of us can outrun, even I can outrun a tiger snake. So okay, mate. So you get bitten on the wrist or on the finger. This goes for the same as if you get bitten on the foot. You start at the bite, and you wrap it up the arm, and then you wrap it down the arm, and ideally you'd want to splint it, and then keep your arm up like that, and you'd splint it and stay in that position until the ambulance got to you. So I would use about 3 of these bandages on one bite. So just to make sure there's a lot of pressure there. Not too tight, but just tight enough so you can feel it, because you don't want to cut off the circulation. There's no cutting or sucking like there used to be. There's no, you can't wash the bite, because if you wash the bite you'll stuff up the VDK, which is the venom detection kit, which they'll give you at the hospital, because they'll give you a swipe, they swipe it and they can tell what sort of snake bit you. So if you wash it all that away. Yeah, done, mate. Just give you an idea. So you start the bite, you wrap it up, and then you wrap it back down again, and then you splint it.
So Barry, you can see the sort of PPE we're wearing, boots and long trousers.
That's what you have to wear.
What's the likelihood of a snake getting through trousers?
Actually, if you're wearing loose trousers, then what happens is when a snake bites you on the leg, his mouth closes as soon as he feels the material. So the snake will miss his skin every time if you're wearing pants. Sometimes they grab a hold of the pants and they envenomate the pants, which is all right. A lady a little while ago rang me. She stepped into the middle of a tiger snake. It reared up and bit her. She just walked out. She thought it was a garden hose, and she just stepped in the middle of it, reared up and bit her. And when I got there, her pants were all wet from the venom. She had some sort of slacks on or something like that. So that's a good thing to know. Shoes, obviously, if you want to avoid getting bitten. Shoes and long pants, that's a go. And if you're working in the scrub, gloves, like you were talking about before, you sort of need that if you're going to be diving your hands into dark areas.
So you're saying like wrapping the bite, you say start at the bite, you cover the bite, because will that ruin the detection?
No, it's only if you wash the venom away. They only need a tiny trace of the venom just to get a swab. So you have to go hard on the bite. If you get bitten on the body, on the face, just apply pressure to it. And hope for the best. Now the idea is if you get bitten by a snake, you don't panic, because the faster your blood goes through your system, the faster the poison works. And the idea is to make the venom go through your system as slowly as possible. So the idea is to relax and try not to. If you're running around screaming, "Oh, I've been bitten by a snake! Been bitten by a snake!" or if you try to run up the hill to get to the car or something, your venom work a lot quicker.
So if we're talking the work environment here, by and large, we're working with mates around us.
Yeah.
If there's a bite, obviously you tell your mate, I think I've just been bitten. Just sit down, elevate,
exactly right.
and wait till his mate comes back with. We've got a trauma kit in the first aid room.
Okay,
with these bandages.
Yep.
So we're going to do that immediate first aid treatment while we're calling the paramedics. Is that the go?
Use about 3 of these bandages on a bite, split the wound, and if he's in the shade and under a tree, you just say, wait there, the ambulance is coming. You don't move. You try not to move at all.
So if you're bit by either of those two, how long is the before the effects of the venom?
So every snake delivers a different. Only 1 in 10 bites actually results in envenomation, because these big snakes will hold on to their venom, and because they know that they need to use it for the prey. It's only, and like I said, it's only if it's really scared, like if it's already been whacked with the shovel, that's when you can.
So case in point, do we take the person to the hospital, or our emergency procedures are we call the ambulance?
I think the best thing is to call the ambulance, because if you're
taking
the person to
don't be anxious.
there is a chance of anaphylaxis too. So if you don't want that to happen in the back seat, you need a.
That's an arrest.
Yeah, it's a allergic reaction. Yeah. Like I said, most of the time the snakes they just don't want to hurt us, and they just want to get away from us. But they do fall down into these trenches, and they do fall down into pits. and that's where they can be an issue. Actually, when they're down in the pits, if it's cold down there, you know that the snake is not going to be as active, and you don't have to be as... This is a rubber snake that I got from a call-out. Somebody actually rang me up and they thought it was a snake. I'd walk up to it with my bag and my hook. Kaz would be holding the bag probably. And the hook would go under the tail. It's a lot easier with a real snake. And I'd be able to pick them up. And this is how I pick them up. 9 times out of 10, this is how they go into the bag. And then if you're gentle, and you know what you're doing, it's just that easy usually. But like I said, if you see one, you really need to get somebody in who can do that, because you can't be hesitating or humming and hawing. What I'll do is I brought a couple of snakes with me. I've got some skins here too, if anybody wanted to, is interested in seeing the shed skins. I don't know if they're any interest to anybody, but what I'm going to do now is get my snakes out. This is her name's Olive. This is an olive python, harmless snake. Sometimes I get called out to these. They're usually some escaped pets, or they're hitchhikers. They come down. This one doesn't bite kids.
But they're not local. That's
no, these guys aren't local. I wasn't allowed to bring any local snakes because they're all venomous, and the DSE didn't want me to bring venomous snakes today, unfortunately, because I had a couple of nice ones I was going to bring down.
So do you operate by rules with the DSC on what species you're able to handle and demonstrate?
Just what I demonstrate. I've only got a licence just to show snakes today, so it's just like a permit. It's not really a demonstrator's licence. I'll give this to you if you want to hold him for a minute. I'll get the other one. Does anybody want to volunteer?
I'll hold him.
Yeah, of course you will. Just,
What do I do?
all you have to do is put your hands out. I'll back you up, mate.
There's already one gung-ho person.
This thing can't hurt you.
So which one do you shoot itself first?
And if anybody else wants to have a pat of him or have a hold of him, they're welcome to.
No, thank
you
you.
just have to-
Thanks a lot.
Open your mouth.
Well, now I'm shaking.
Don't be scared. It's not going to hurt you.
Just let me know. She got me back. Don't swing through all of
And there's Morty. He's a carpet snake. Well, he's called Morty because I got him in Morty. That one's
Nicole, you made a pair of shoes.
they're beautiful, aren't they? Yeah, no, this is just a common carpet snake. You see him all the way up the coast. You know, from bottom of New South Wales up. Yeah. Let him go for you. Just put your hand out like that. No. It's okay, it can't hurt you. I have little kids holding these snakes. Does anybody else want to have a feel of it? Just you don't have to hold it.
This is our safety committee meeting person here.
I think they like it.
Just leave him here. Shut the door.
You want me to take him off you? You want me to take him off you?
Yeah, right.
No worries.
Yeah, well.
Now you can brag.
Matty, he doesn't want it. Take you home. Easy have a feel.
I've got to get some photos myself, actually.
These snakes.
These guys are eating rats.
Okay.
And when you buy rats, you go to the pet shop and you buy them like you buy a frozen dog. Snap one off and thaw it out.
Watch me, I'm going to buy it
And on this picture here, it shows all the actual snakes. There's not much in the way of hands, guys. They're friendly, aren't they?
At least you put down the shovel now.
It's exciting.
But you just feel its tail. If you're worried about holding it down, just to get an idea of the feel of them. Realise that no snakes are out to get us. Nobody else wants to play. Now I can get on the show rods.
He doesn't like you.
It's a red-bellied black snake.
Red-bellied black?
Yeah, pretty sure he's making it.
It's not a baby snake. That's when I first went disturbed where it was.
Oh yeah, I'm going to give you the These are around. No, they're not really that smart. They're really, it's pretty much not as smart. Yeah, they're not as smart as a chicken. Put it that way.
See how good a hurdle.
What do they know? What do they know? You got that.
I think they know. They might see something, but I don't think they really know. If you're confident with them and you're showing them that you're confident with them, I think that's what it's when you dither around with them, they can take offence to that.
At least nobody's got hold of the shovel anymore.
The main thing you guys have got to remember that every snake that you come across on the Mornington Peninsula is going to be a venomous snake.
Designated release area for once you pick up or?
I've got to, on my licence I have to release them within 5 days where I catch it to keep the genetic information the same as it's like really old. Yeah, 5 days. Okay. I'm not getting that.
That's the best offer we've had all day.
You're worried, then, weren't
Right, boys, would you please join me in thanking Barry and Karen for demonstrating, well, their pets?
Yeah, basically, yeah. I couldn't bring
Toys?
any of the fun ones.
Our toys.
Pythons are okay.
So a round of thank you.